Hey you guys, it's Crucial Bionuke here, and I'm going to be bringing you guys some March Madness coverage and also some NBA coverage. If you guys haven't seen my last video, I talked about how I'm going to be doing this, or how I was thinking about doing this, and yeah, I decided to do this, and I thought it would just be good and really beneficial to the 2K community and all of you guys to help you guys stay updated with everything that's been going on in March Madness or in 2K or NBA. Alright, so starting off with March Madness, so what happened was number 1 ranked Villanova. They won the championship last year, and Wisconsin had to play each other. Number 8 Wisconsin, and Wisconsin beat Villanova. Simple as that. Wisconsin just flat out played better than Villanova did. Like, they shot better than Villanova, they rebounded better than Villanova, they passed way more than Villanova, they hustled on defense, they got their blocks more than Villanova did. The only thing that I found that I saw that they didn't do that was the best thing, but Villanova did better than them, was turnovers. Wisconsin had 14 turnovers the entire game, and Villanova had 8. Those extra 6 turnovers that Wisconsin had, Villanova could have easily capitalized on that, but obviously they didn't, and they just slipped up, and Wisconsin played good defense in the end, and yeah, took them out of the bracket. So that's what happened for one. Alright, and another thing, Gonzaga. Everybody knows them as Gonzaga, good basketball team. The record was 34-1 this year, and they had to play number 8 seed Northwestern. They're 24-12, not meaning that's a bad thing or anything, but hey, they're still in the bracket. But the game was closer than what everybody thought it would have been if Gonzaga had their night and it was good and Northwestern was, but no, that's not the case. I'm pretty sure, what it seemed to me as when I watched it was Gonzaga, they played, but then Northwestern, they came to play. They wanted the win. But as I looked and saw and observed the game, honestly, Northwestern, in my opinion, should have won. But the fact that they only lost by 6 to the number 1 ranked team, that's 34-1 compared to their 24-12, I give them props. That is incredible. Saying that, Gonzaga only had 1 more turnover than they did, 2 more blocks, but hey, Northwestern was doing their thing, hustling on defense, but Gonzaga still pulled it out, and they won 79-73. Everybody was scared that Gonzaga was going to lose for a minute, but they didn't. They stuck it out, and they won. And that's also what happened. Another big upset, Xavier and Florida State. Florida State's number 3, they're 26-9, and Xavier 23-13. They're ranked 11. Well, Xavier just came out firing on all cylinders, and they were shooting really hot in the first half. The first half, they had a lead of 10 on them. It was 44-34, and they were shooting about, I think it was 60% or 59 or something like that in the first half, and that is really good. Florida State, the number 3 seed team, was not there to play at all. Their ending 3-point percentage was not good. It was pretty bad. It was 19% or something like that, and yeah, the final score of that game was 91-66. Xavier moved on to the second weekend, and they're the first team in history to do that. And next up, we have the Kentucky Wildcats, number 2 seed, and the UCLA Bruins, number 3 seed. Everybody has been waiting to see this game. I know the championship's going to be a lot, more hype, and, the Final Four, and stuff like that. But, like, everybody, this is the biggest game of the bracket so far. And, LeVar Ball has been hyping up his son and stuff. Not saying that he's not good, because he is an amazing athlete, amazing player. But with his dad talking crap and stuff like that, and, just hyping him up more than what he should be, instead of doing that, he should be more supportive about it. But this topic is not about LeVar right now. This topic is about UCLA and Kentucky. The first half of this game was incredible. Was totally incredible. The score at the end of the first half was 36-33. Kentucky was winning. But if you look at this, UCLA shot better field goal percentage, but they just had more turnovers, and that's what killed them. Turnovers really killed them. I know 7 more turnovers isn't really that much, but if you take 7 and times it by 2 every single time, that's 2 points, or that's just a layup down the court. That's 14 more points. But obviously, as you can see, they didn't get the 2 points every time. They only lost by 11. Yeah, and so, UCLA, it was a very good game. And, yeah. And now focusing in on just like one player in specific, everybody already knows who it is. Lonzo Ball. An amazing athlete. He's a true point guard. He passes, he can get the boards. He can shoot and score like no other. But this game, Kentucky really found out how to shut him down. He shot 4 for 10 and 1 for 6 from 3-point land. Obviously, he wasn't doing really hot in the game at all. He had 3 rebounds the entire game, 8 assists, and 10 points, but 4 turnovers just himself. Obviously, they found what was missing when they played him before and stuff like that, but obviously they found out how to shut him down. If you don't have Lonzo Ball doing good and he's your leading point guard, not saying that there are other point guards that dribble the ball up sometimes when Lonzo's not in, or their shooting guard can't take on the role. They can. But when you have one of your main scorers every single night that you guys play, and he's not doing hot, you have to have some other type of way to score, and not just leave it all up to one person. But as you can see by the score, they didn't just leave it up to Lonzo to score. He still had 8 assists, so he had the ball in his hands, but also got it out of his hands to get other people the ball so they can score. And on UK, zooming in on one player in specific, not saying that he did everything, but he did a lot. De'Aaron Fox, amazing athlete. Let's just start with how he shot. 13 for 20. Missing 7 shots the entire game. That might seem like a lot, but not when you're throwing up 20 shots and making 13 of them. He went 0 for 1 from 3-point land. He knew, he missed the first one, and maybe that threw his confidence off just a little bit, but let's look at how many points he had. 39 points. His confidence must have been high still, and they didn't find a way to stop him. He only had 1 turnover this entire game, comparing to Lonzo Ball's 3 or 4, and he had 4 assists. It's not like he was being a ball hog. He still got his, and just assisting, being a point guard, And he had 3 rebounds, and he went 13 from 15, 13 for 15 for free throws. So it's not like all of them were just being a ball hog and taking it to the rack every time. When he took it to the rack, he got fouled and made that and one, or just got fouled and made his free throws. He took it to the rack and he did his thing, so props to you, Fox, man, you did good. In one matchup that I was waiting for was the number 1 Kansas Jayhawks and the number 3 Oregon Ducks. This was an incredible game. Honestly, really good. Props to the Ducks. I know that might have been a little spoiler, but they won 74-60, and they have the stats to prove it. Just by beating the number 1, you have to be pretty good. They can't say that they had an off night, because Oregon, they're a really good team. Really good team. They have the stats to prove it and everything like that. They shot 50% the entire night. Their 3-point percentage was 44% compared to Kansas's 20%, and they out-rebounded Kansas. They were hustling on defense way more than Kansas was, and the only thing that Oregon had more of in the negative side that Kansas did was turnovers, and that was by 5. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe. It's a crucial thing. I'm out.